And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Here's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. The numbers on the ground for Foreman in last week's contest. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
Again, it's Foreman. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Walker.
Looking deep downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since the Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Here's Foreman.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A carry for Foreman. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
The Panthers at 10-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now Foreman. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Walker hit and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes goes left side. 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. You know they're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10.
11?
Hey, listen, they'll try to sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down, but I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can try up that kind of yardage.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Foreman.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Connection made with Chenault. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 1st down, Foreman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. He read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Foreman. And he's got room. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. And Mack gets hit, and the ball is free.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They run again with Foreman. And not a whole... there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, this is Hubbard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Okay, ready?
Walker looking to throw on 4th down.
They'll get this one out to Rex Burkhead. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They're going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
On the go.
And they go play action. Here's Walker.
He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
There's another one complete to Chenault.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
LaVisca Chenault
as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Phillips now from the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Walker now to throw on first down.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Walker. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Taking it about the 1.
To return it, now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We start up at First Energy Stadium, a rare visit by Tampa Bay as they're in town to take on Cleveland. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. A touchdown run there for Leonard Fournette.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Fourth down, Walker.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos are back within a score.
Parkey adds the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 35-yard line.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bonito in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, Walker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On 2nd down, here's a run. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. So,
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Wilson's throw there complete to Hamlin.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Wilson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Right back to Hubbard.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Walker now.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So the Broncos coming out now. They need a spark. They are cold. They're down in this game. Just having trouble stringing things together, aren't they?
They are because...
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Man, that's a third fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it 3 times trying to carry it?
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to... That sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And a lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Denver's offense now set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Judy, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the gun, he'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Shrugs him off. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to work his way down to the 16. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's Walker throwing on 4th down. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. I I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Panthers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.